Kit Kats Can Read. Hey guys, my name is Katie and welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing Without Merit by Colleen Hoover. This book video is going to be completely spoiler free, so don't worry about that at all. So first of all, I just want to say that I really enjoyed this book. I didn't actually know about it until probably a week before its release date, when reviewers were starting to get copies in, and I was really jealous. So I ordered it straight away, and as soon as this book came in the mail, I literally finished the book that I was currently reading and went straight onto this book. I ignored my TBR for the whole month and I was like, I need to read this. Colleen Hoover is one of my auto-buy authors anyway. I literally purchase her books without even looking to see what the book is about, because I've read quite a few of her books already and I've loved them and adored them, and they are all like unique in their own sort of way. So let's get into what this story is actually about. It's kind of complicated to explain because it's sort of based around this family, but we have several characters, so I will try and list those for you first. So we have two twin girls, we have Honor and we have Merit, and obviously Merit is our main twin character. And then we have their father and his father's new partner, we have their actual birth mother, we have the brother, and then we have this significant other, possible half we don't actually know of Honor's, and then we have this other character who is the brother of the dad's partner. So those are like all the characters, and I feel like what I liked about this book was that we got to delve into each of the characters' sort of separate lives. Even though like Merit was sort of mainly telling the story, we got to learn about like all the other characters as well. So basically Honor, she likes collecting these trophies in second-hand bookstores, and she starts off by going into this thrift store, and she saved up for this really big one that she likes the look of, and then she sees this little boy who picks up this item. The mum's like, put that back down, we're not buying that, and the little boy tries to put it back and he ends up dropping it. So Merit, being quite a heroine, she walks over, she just goes, don't worry, it was my fault, I knocked him, I'll pay for it, sort of thing. So she pays for it, and she can't afford this actual medal now, and so she ends up purchasing one that's a bit smaller. So she walks out and she's seen that this guy has been glancing at her from top of the balcony in the shop, but he ends up following her and they end up like talking for a bit, and then all of a sudden he kisses her and she's like, oh wow, this kiss is like amazing. His phone then goes off and he sort of answers it and he says, but hang on a minute, you're stood right in front of me. And she's just like, well crap, I have got a twin sister and this is her boyfriend, this is why she's been sneaking around and stuff. So then she tries to avoid this guy, and then he moves in, and then it just all happens from there. And Merit has just been sort of known to keep the family secrets, like she keeps the secrets from her father, from her mother, and throughout the book she's just sort of keeping everybody's little secrets along the book. And in the end she sort of explodes and this massive sort of thing happens. It's a great big build up, you can see it sort of happening, like with every secret that she has kept, everybody's expecting her to keep this secret with this broken family, and in the end she just can't handle it, and she just ends up writing this letter exposing everybody's secret because she can no longer keep anyone's secret. She's like, that's it, I've had enough. And then it kind of like backfires a little on her. All I will say is that it does have a like trigger warning of depression and anxiety in this book. It's not like major, but it's just sort of something that does happen. So if that affects you, then I just want to warn you about that. So none of what I've said really has sort of spoiled, because the blurb that's on the back of the book is very vague, and so I just feel like that was probably like the easiest way to sort of tell you without spoiling like the major secrets and things that happen within the book. But like that sort of stuff like happens within the first chapter of the book, so it's not like a major spoiler that happens like near the end. This is like within the first chapter, like what I've just told you what happens. So yeah, that's the basis of the story. There were many moments where the chapters in this book like ended with me feeling like, wow, I need to continue on. And I quite enjoyed the drama that was going on in the story. I was just absorbing it, and I was like, my god, can this family just get any more drama happening? But I can actually see this book getting mixed reviews because of all the drama that's going on. I know a lot of people sort of like eye roll at silly little drama things, but that's why I can see it can get mixed reviews, but I was one of the people that ended up enjoying it. One thing I would like to know about is with the character Sagan, who is like Honor's possible other half. He does these like really unique drawings that are quite graphic and gothic, and Merritt ends up like really liking these pictures, even though she's trying not to like Sagan. She's trying to stay clear of him, but she likes his art. And I just would like to know more about like why he draws his art like that. And to be honest, if Colleen Hoover ever did like a little spin-off, like I know she's done with a couple of her series, she's done it from like the male's perspective. If she's done a little Sagan spin-off, I would love for that to be explained a bit more, and just to know more about his character, because he's like quite a mysterious character it is. And the same with the character Luck, who is the dad's other half's brother. He's quite a mysterious character himself, like he's quite quirky in himself, so I would like to know a lot more about him. The good thing about this book was, even though Merritt and Honor were twins, I could tell them apart. Like I could tell that Honor was the more like sassier one and Merritt was the one that kept herself contained, and I could really honestly tell that throughout the book. What I also liked as well was that Sagan had this sort of like Syrian background, so it's great that there's this thing going on in this book with diversity being in it, and he sort of explains about his Syrian background, like with his family and that, and I just found that was really interesting, and just sort of learning more about like the Syrian situation was quite interesting too. Throughout this book you can definitely see development throughout with all of the characters, and I think that's what I liked about it as well. And I feel like you just sort of end up feeling for like all of the characters in their own very different way, and it's really hard to actually pick like a favourite character, because normally you end up liking the main character or like one of the main couple of characters, but honestly I liked them all in their own ways. Like even the dad's other half, who is sort of like shown as quite like harsh in some areas, but I actually quite admired her in some areas, so that's what I liked. So I can't really actually say I had a favourite character. I feel like Colleen Hoover did touch on like the depression area quite well though. I definitely think like how she wrote this book was really good. She's a really good author with touching sort of raw and realistic sort of content, and I really liked that about it. Even though like every single one of her books seemed to have some sort of trigger warning, I sort of feel like it's good that she's touched on those sort of things, because they do happen and more writers need to write about things like this. I felt that the ending of this book was quite satisfactory. Like I say, I would just like to know a little bit more about some of the characters' backgrounds. Like we only delve into them just very briefly, but I would like to know just a little bit more. So if there was just like a little spin-off, then that would be great, even if it's just about like one of the characters. I even quite like Merritt's twin sister, Honor. I quite would like to know about her a bit more. I don't know, I find the family to be entirely intriguing. So yeah, when I finish this book, I normally, if it's a really good book, I'm just like, whoa, that's so good, oh my god. But this book, I was just sort of like calmly satisfied. I think like everything was sort of like covered really well, and just with the depression sort of aspect, I feel like it was great, and the development throughout the characters, like the family was finally sort of like accepting things, like that sort of thing, and in own different ways. And I feel like with that sort of thing, I was really happy with it, like how it was all being wrapped up. So overall I gave this book 5 out of 5 Kit Kats. I totally recommend it for anybody, whether you are a fan of Colleen Hoover or even if you are a new fan. I definitely suggest you pick this book up and give it a read. If there's anything else you would like to know more about this book, like in a little bit more detail, because I didn't want to touch on it too strongly because I don't want to spoil you guys. I want you guys to read it for yourselves to find out all about the secrets and the drama and everything that goes on and how they sort of overcome the massive situation that sort of like happens, like I'd say probably about 3/4 through the book. It's just a great way watching how it all is covered in that sort of area. So yeah, I would like you guys to sort of read that for yourselves. But I hope you have enjoyed this review. Give me a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it, and if you haven't done already, subscribe. And if you don't want to miss any of my videos, there is a bell icon which is a great addition to YouTube now, which if you click on that you'll be notified when any video of mine is uploaded, so you won't get to miss any of my videos. But it would mean the world so much, like if you do actually do that. But thank you very much for watching my video as always. Keep smiling, keep reading and be happy. My name is Katie and I'll see all of you wonderful awesome people in my next video. Bye!